Alright, so I have a maple spoon here with milk paint on it, and the whole thing was initially covered in the lighter color, and then after that dried it's just a thin light color. I put tape around it, put a darker color on top to try and get that two-color contrast, and I'm going to try something I haven't tried before. Now I'm going to burnish. This was recommended by a couple different people. I'm going to burnish I think I'll start with the back side just because I don't know what to expect. And something else I'm going to do, I'm actually going to wrap up the unpainted part. And wrap it up pretty good. The dust tends to get everywhere. We'll see how this goes. So let's see what happens when you burnish milk paint. I don't know. Am I doing this wrong? Wow. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to burnish more towards the bottom and lighten up closer to the top, because it seems like burnishing is taking a lot of paint off and only leaving the deepest and most soaked in parts of the paint. That could be it. I'm going to lighten up as I go farther up. It's definitely pressing down the paint and really smooth, but it wears off a good amount, but it's a much more warm look. Just burnish it a little bit around the end. And then I think what I'll do is I'll take this really fine sandpaper. So I definitely let the burnishing remove more paint. So instead of using a more abrasive sandpaper to remove paint, I just let I guess the burnishing does that. I wasn't sure what to expect when all these people were suggesting burnishing, but that was burnishing. Kind of a cool look. A lot more scuffed up of a look. And I don't know if I'm really getting what I want to get off of the end here. I might have to go back to some more serious sandpaper, 1000 really quick. There you go, 1000. Whole different ball game. 2500. Alright. So off all the extra dust. Seems like you can protect your spoon from dust, then you can milk paint. I think that seems to be the hardest thing. Protecting your spoon from dust. It gets all over your hand, gets all over everything. Alright, so it's the final product. Oops. That's what burnishing does. Burnishing honestly made it pretty smooth. I didn't really need to sand it, but I think sanding helps all the parts blend in to the touch more. So let's put some oil on this really quick. Make it all pop out. bottom. Protect the bowl. Alright. There you have it. I think I managed to get most of the handle and not too much of the bowl with the milk paint. And that was a lot more of a very bright turquoisey blue, turned a little bit more greener. Dark one stayed dark. Definitely made this maple spoon a lot more special than it was. It's pretty plain and basic. So cool. So that's burnishing and a little bit of sanding to help it all blend together for the feel. Probably could have done that better, but just the beginning. Definitely cover the spoon with the cloth.